Hey everybody, it's Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. How are you guys? I'm so happy to be here with you today. We are going to have a great time, so stick around till the end because you don't want to miss any part of this video. You never know what crazy thing I'm going to do, and I love to bring you a little bit of joy in your day just by being silly and being me. So thanks for staying all the way to the end. If you are not a subscriber, please hit that subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up and share my video. You do not have to purchase anything from me to help me out by sharing my video, commenting, and subscribing to my channel. All of those things lets YouTube know you like my content, and it helps and shares it with more people. So feel free, if you're a demonstrator, you can help me out by sharing my video. I'd greatly appreciate it. Thanks again. Anyway, this is Kelly, and we are going to get started. We are making a project. Today is Thursday, so that means 3D. And I have chosen to do a wrap for these adorable shortbread cookies by Walkers. They are a Scottish product, as you can see here, Scotland. And what better to do with this Scottie than to make a treat package for Scottish shortbread cookies. And by the way, if you've never tried these Walkers, they're amazing. So check them out. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Again, we're going to be using the Christmas Scottie Bundle. The punch and the stamp set are amazing, and you'll have to check those. The description below has that information. I'm also using the stylish shaped dies. I do use those quite often. And the circle here that the Scottie is sitting on is that third down from the biggest stylish shapes. All right. So we're going to start with a piece of scrap, and we're going to die cut out this really cool circle, right? So once that is done, we're going to bring in a scrap piece of paper, and we're going to place it here. And we are going to take our plaid stamp, which is in the stamp set, flip it this way, and we're going to ink it in real red. So I'm going to start and run it all the way across and make sure that it's nice and inked. Okay, I'm going to bring this down so I can see what I'm doing, because if I don't, I may not get all of this in the circle, and I don't want to put my head in the camera. So now there's going to be a slight section that doesn't have any on there, okay? And that's okay. We're going to cover it with the Scottie, and you're not going to see it, but I really wanted this size circle for him because I felt like he fit really perfect on this size circle. So we're going to press, and then I'm going to move this by pushing really hard. The pressure that I'm pushing is rubbing it from the other side as well. We can just cross our fingers and pray that I have a perfect circle. Let's see what happens. I'm going to grab my tweezers because I don't want to get ink on my fingers. Not bad, not bad. We did pretty good there, guys. Okay, now if you want to kind of cover yourself, you can ink this up one more time and just make sure that you have matched your plaids. So you want to make sure that the faded end is where the lines are, and that the other ends basically match up your lines. I'm going to bring it down a little lower. So you're going to match up your lines and match up your plaid pieces. So we're going to press that into place and see how it fills that in. So we are good to go here. Let's go ahead and clean our stamp. And I'm first going to clean it by stamping it a bunch of times, because red is really potent. It likes to deposit a lot of color onto our chamois. And not that the chamois can't handle it, because it totally can. Look at all the black on there. But I just like to make sure that I'm not putting that much color on there. Then I like to pick up my chamois and I like to scrub, because the red ink does dye your photopolymer, the clear rubber. And the reason that it does that is because it's porous, and so red is really strong. And so it's okay. It works perfectly well. You can still see through it to stamp, but I just like to remove the majority of the color from it. So I like to kind of pick up my chamois and scrub it. You don't have to if you don't want to. Okay, so here is our circle, and we are going to stamp our puppy next. So we're going to ink up our Memento ink. I'm going to ink him up nice and dark and stamp him, or try to stamp him. Let's see if I put him this way, where his little tail will fit. There we go. I'm gonna press him down and make sure that he gets lots of love and that he is precious, and he is. Look how cute he is. Love him. All right, so let's clean this stamp, and we're gonna stamp one more thing. So we'll stamp everything first, and then we will start the process. I like to get all my stamping out of the way. So we're stamping "You Are Always Loved" onto this scrap. I know, I'm thinking, what are you thinking? Or I mean, you're thinking, what are you thinking with that tiny piece? But you know, it works. I'm brave. And I want to make sure that I have enough room on the one side to do my little bannered end. So I'm going to push it to the right. Because as you can see, I have a bannered end here. See, it fit perfect for those of you that were worried. Let's clean our stamp. That's all the stamping. So I'm going to go ahead and fussy cut out our Scottie. He is not the one. There's 3 dogs in the stamp set, and this one is not the one that the punch punches out, but we will need the punch for the bow. So I'm going to go ahead and slide in this piece of Real Red and punch a bow. And then I'm going to lock my punch back. So we do need the punch for that. And I'm going to trim this end off and discard it with the rest of this Real Red cardstock that I've used. So let's go ahead and fussy cut our puppy out. So I'm going to start up here by his ear. I'll work my way down and around. And I'm just leaving a slight border of white. And you can see as I fussy cut, I'm moving my paper with my left hand. I'm right-handed. So I control the cutting instrument with my right hand, but my left hand rotates my paper. And when I get to the end of my blade, I will slide it back down, and you can see I'm just slightly moving my blade, pressing my blade down. And as I get, like I said, close to the end, I wiggle it back up. And I want to make sure I get around that tail. And I'm kind of going around these pieces that the artist has made for the puppy because I want him to look furry, right? So all of those little bumps in the solid image is his fur. And so if you don't go around those bumps, you lose that. So it's just a slight wiggling of the scissor. It's actually a very easy image to fussy cut out for all of you fussy cut haters out there. It's not hard to fussy cut out. But if you don't like to fussy cut, you can always just stamp him and punch him out with a circle. Use a die cut, a square, and avoid the whole fussy cutting. But I'm here to tell you that the more you do it, the better you'll get and the less you'll hate it. So there is hope. All right, so for this piece here, we're going to fork this end. And so I'm just going to come in from the side. And I'm going to come in from this side. And there is that. All right, so now we have all of our parts and pieces. I have a piece of cottage gingham, this gray and black print. I thought it was really pretty. And this is 6 inches, I think, I want to say by 2. Yeah, not bad. I'm remembering 2 by 6 inches. we are going to wrap that around our cookies. Well, first I have to find the cookies. Here they are. So this is what they look like. They're fairly expensive when you buy them in individual packs like this. But if you purchase them in a larger pack, they're not as expensive. Of course, just like anything, individual packaging is always pricey. And so I'm just gonna go ahead and put my cookies in the center here. I'm thinking completely wrong. I'm actually bringing it this way. And then I'm gonna bring this one just like that, okay? And there is where my piece will be. I will attach that together with some wet adhesive. So where my finger is, I don't want to go past that. So I'm just going to apply a little bit of wet adhesive there. Bring this to it. Hold it in place for a second. And the reason I'm attaching it in the front and not the back is because this circle is going to cover the seam. And then the back is going to look beautiful. And no one is going to realize that. And I made it loose enough so that they could slide it off. So when they want to eat their cookies, they can save this cute little puppy that you've made. Because it's so cute, right? All right. So let's go ahead and get started. So we're gonna go ahead and attach our pup onto our piece here, okay? And so I'm gonna just actually what I'm gonna do first, I think I'm gonna attach our circle to this piece. And so most of the circle is covered, so I'm pretty safe with, I think, 4 of these guys. All right, and let's go ahead and take the back off with my Take Your Pick tool. I like to use that. Then they all go in the trash and not on my craft room floor. So we'll start with this, okay? So let's see, let's go this way. So we're gonna put this down. And it's gonna be a tiny hair off, because you just want it to be even on all 4 sides. So just like that. All right, so next we're gonna glue our little shortbread puppy up onto our piece. And I'm just gonna wet glue him down. Now you see most of him is onto the circle, but part of him isn't. So we don't wanna put tons of glue. The tip of his tail, definitely we wanna make sure that that's held down. And we're gonna stop shy because part of him near the bottom doesn't get covered, but his head is on the circle. So just kind of gauge how you're gonna place him. So his little feet and stuff, that's why I didn't, but I wanted the tip of his tail to attach, and same here, I want his ear and his face all on here. So I'm going ahead and press that into place. All right. You're Always Loved is going to come across in this direction. So I'm going to use mini dimensionals, and I'm going to use them along the bottom, and I don't need that many. I'm going to put 1 here, maybe 3. 1 here and 1 here. I'm going to make sure it doesn't stick out. And I have put the straight end along that edge there. Okay, so 3 should be plenty. There's nothing at the top because it's overhung. And then I'm going to put 1 mini dimensional in the center of my bow right here. And so let's grab our Take Your Pick tool and pull the backs off of these 4 dimensionals. All right. So here is You Are Always Loved, and this is going to come, like I said, across this piece, which is fine why you don't have the plaid going all the way across your circle. It's okay. Now comes our bow. We're going to attach our little bow right here onto our pup. And then I'm going to embellish the bow with a large matte black dot. And you can see I love these. I've used a ton of them and they're almost gone. You get quite a few. Let's see how many comes in the pack. I'll check the back and see. 160. So a lot of these little guys. They last. All right, let's get our scrap paper out of the way. There are our cookies with our cute little Scottie dog. I think that it turned out super duper awesome. Don't forget about the stylish shapes. Oops, sorry, I pulled the wrong product out of my basket. The stylish shapes dies. And these Scotties are so cute. I'm sure that you'll do a bunch of these. Are great coworker gifts. Definitely check out my website, inkyhandswarmhearts.com. I do vlog every day except for Saturdays. I usually do my classes on Saturdays, so I take that day off from blogging. But sometimes I do bonuses on Saturdays, and some days I have more than one video on here, so you never know what I'm going to do, right? So I appreciate you guys that stayed to the end. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. Share my video with your friends. Let them know. You don't have to purchase anything from me to support me. By sharing my video, commenting, and subscribing, you let YouTube know that you like my content, and that helps them to share my videos. So I appreciate you guys being here. This is Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. Happy stamping, guys!